Dear Toastmasters and fellow member, what is your communication style? Are you an initiating communicator who is sociable and enthusiastic and likes to speak more than listen? Or are you a direct communicator who is decisive and result-oriented and want everything under your control? Everyone has its own styles. Some people have multiple styles so that they can switch to different styles under the circumstances they face. Recently, thanks to the pathway of motivation strategy, I have chance to think deeply of my communication style. So after reviewing my experience of communication, I found that there are two primary patterns of my communication style. The first one, listening and observing. At the beginning of conversations, I like to take the position as a listener and observer. In order to do that, I like to start the conversation by asking questions. And to better intrigue people to share their thoughts, I prefer to ask open questions such as 5 W's and 1 H, which means who, what, when, where, why, and how. For instance, I may ask, what's your suggestions for this project? Or just simply ask, how do you feel, to start the conversation. And while they talk, I can collect information by observing their reaction, such as how do they deliver their thoughts? Are they confident, aggressive, persuasive, or emotional? How do their body language reveal? Are they nervous or relaxed? All this information combined with my experience can help me roughly picture the personality of the people and their true thought in mind. And so therefore, before I talk, I can have basic understanding of the people I'm talking with, which make me have more chances to reach better results. However, this strategy doesn't work every time. Sometimes people may ask questions ahead of me, and sometimes I may interpret the message wrong and misunderstand what they are really going to talk to me. And my second communication style is sympathy. Sympathy is quite an obvious characteristic of me. And however, sympathy is like a double-sided blade. Because I highly value the group atmospheres and the relationship with others. Most of the time, I'm willing to help and make concession to reach conclusion. The good part of showing sympathy is that it can help me easier to build the connections with people, and which let them be willing to share and talk their thoughts with me. On the other hand, that there is some side effect of the sympathy. When sympathy comes with soft heart, overexerted life is inevitable. It happens so many times that I volunteer to take over the tasks that do not belong to me and cost me lots of time to finish this extra work. All in all, it's worthy to have an overall analysis of my communication style. Every style has its pros and cons. These styles are the result of evolution of my personalities and my experience. So the most important thing is not about which styles we have, but about how we utilize this style to effectively communicate with others. So, dear friend, what is your style? I recommend you to squeeze some time to think about your styles. The better we know of ourselves, the better communication we may have in the future. Thank you.